that should just about do it. Oh, it was our vault entrance, which kind of explains why it was an adventurous endeavor to get through that zone there. But let's get some steam clouds going on these sons of guns, if you could be so kind. Oh, Jorgrun. Oh, that's cool. That's exactly what we wanted to see, with some good old iron shot dealing way too much damage for me to possibly deal with. Petrification as well on the table when I have no willpower. Love it, love it. Ishka, what do I do with you, friend? Probably should get out of here. Let's at least start endeavoring to escape. Jorgen can't swim, I'm guessing. Oh, but there's also a decent amount of free space for you to walk, so never mind. Oh gosh, do I have... Oh, I do have digging. Oh, me oh my. In that case... Yoink. Let's get a phone a friend, please. Heal up. Just heal up. How long does it take to kill Jorgrun with oh, I'm constricted too. Oh, geez. I was gonna say with only foxfires, but that ended up being immediately untenable. Whoops. That's fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. This is looking a little bit better. You're standing in water. I'm not. Oh, it's your dig that's the problem. You son of a gun. Petrification. I hate this. Oh, nar. Oh, nar. Box of beasts, please. As I get turned to stone, please, friends, by the power of friendship combined, if both of you could just murder. Holy crap, they did indeed murder, maimed, and destroyed. Fantastic work, my friends. I do appreciate everything you bring to the table, of course. Interesting falchion there, but probably not worth it in our current setup here. Specifically, cold vulnerability is a bit of a no-go when we're already dealing with that innately. That's fine. Maybe demon summon next time. Oh, I have a real problem. It's what I'm coming to notice here. Which isn't all that surprising. I've never been great at recognizing all the tools at our disposals, instead just using the most obvious one. It's actually something that I'm not quite as bad at in my real day life, because it's something I've made a continuous effort to try and improve upon. I'm somebody who historically or previously growing up was very like solution oriented, which, you know, can seem like a good thing, but the main issue there is when you're so tunnel visioned on solutions that you're just like, oh, just do this, fix it. And you don't actually stop to sit down and think through like, okay, what are the implications of fixing it this way? Is there a better way to fix it? And instead just trying to be that first person to jump on it. You know, it's kind of like day one critical thinking theory, I feel, but something I learned a little more recently, all things considered, and never really took into account growing up, when instead it was just like, solve issue, good? Yes. But very much that has translated completely into my DCSS, and I've not made as much of a concentrated effort to fix the problem as far as DCSS is concerned. So instead, I'm just still a little bit of a dum-dum a lot of the time. And you know, brick do job, so I hit with brick. Job done. Darts are great though. You usually recommend putting a few points in it. Yeah, I feel like there have been a few people recently in the YouTube comments and in chat that have suggested putting some points into it early on, because that's something, I mean, I love darts on any character. There's a reason why I immediately try to turn on auto pickup for them, because they are a lifesaver. I mean, especially obviously Curare darts, but even just regular poison. But putting actual training into it is not something that I've really put too much thought into previously. But maybe would be a good thing to try to take to heart a bit. There we go. Take care of Snorg much more smoothly this time, especially with the help of Kiari, just to make sure that they stay a little bit on the slow downside. Oops, let's not immediately accidentally mulch all my Kiari darts. In fact, I don't really know. I'm going too far off the other side of the deep end here. Whoops. Let's just change that back to Foxfire. And fortunately, we did not mulch any of our Kiari, so that's good. Opportunity cost by the time you're about level 8 is minimal, really, right? I think that's fair. I mean, one of those kind of examples that I have actually tried to incorporate a little bit more into my gameplay is fighting. Fighting, I used to, you know, if I'm on a Djinni, obviously I want health. Fighting is almost as important as spellcasting in many ways, so not the best run to give this example. But usually if I'm not playing on a like melee character, I just used to not train fighting until like this level of the game, this point in the game, you know, as you're making that transition from mid onwards. But then I think it was somebody probably in I want to say YouTube comment that pointed out just how cheap the first 3 levels of fighting are. And ever since then, I've been doing at the very least that, usually more, because why the heck not? Health good, not dying, also good. So yeah, I've definitely taken that one to heart and just haven't quite made the same extension quite yet to the throwing side of things, but I can definitely respect that. It makes sense in a lot of ways, especially with a +4 throwing. Let's just do it. Maybe this will be the time and place here. Bringing that up to level 5 should take pretty much no time at all. I don't know where we're at currently for spells. We haven't used Conjure Ball Lightning since we received it. I was looking forward to changing that at some point in the near future here, but that's fine. You know, always train some weapon skills to caster if it's cheap enough. Yeah, my main issue there is nothing's really come up. It's useful. I mean, I have this Conjuration Staff, which I guess works with Conjure Ball Lightning, Flame Wave. It's alright for sure. Actually, Conjure Ball Lightning is a lot of damage. It's very loud, so I do need to keep that in mind, but I'm interested in that one for sure. Oh, I forgot about the time portal. Oh my gosh. Hello. Well, that worked out. Let's drop this baloney. I don't need wizardry, I don't think. We'll keep the resistance robe, because that could come in handy depending on what we see inside here. Stones can go. ID we can just immediately use. Ooh, we can get cancellation ID. That's awesome. Amnesia is actually just trash that I've been carrying around for no reason. Enchant weapon we can at least drop for now. Maybe I'll drop it on the other side so I don't forget. Same with enchant armor. You know, that should be more than enough inventory slots. Let's see what we have in store for us in our lovely gauntlet here, shall we? Okay, fire theme enemies mean that right path is probably just a no-go. I guess fire themed enemies every which way, not great. Not super fantastic to say the least. Ooh, artifact gloves. And a haste potion is wonderful. So okay, if I want to make it here, I have to start here. So ice. Okay, I don't know how my resistances are looking. We at least don't have vulnerability because of our one godly ring. Still probably not ideal, but we can make it through there. Then we have to make it through here, and then it is Firetown. We have Guardian Golem, I guess. It's not great. We have Conjure Ball Lightning. Cast Conjure Ball Lightning in an enclosed space. What's the worst that could happen, right? I'm sure that will go swimmingly. Couldn't possibly backfire. Agreed, you have to find a weapon first. You train swords into your Djinn, as you found Throat Cutter on D2, and the Sword Stagger missiles tend to be the best for casters. Nice, yeah, exactly. An early artifact, especially if it's an unran dart, very much can set the tone for the entire run, for sure. You know what? I think we're gonna go for it. How do I feel about fighting the actual Minotaur? I don't have invisibility. I have summoning. Been waiting for me to cast Ball Lightning. It's been a long while since we cast it. I think it was, again, in one of the Great Player runs. It was my first and only time casting Conjure Ball Lightning. And you probably won't get it right away, because I'm going to start with Flame Wave to get through this first zone here, because it should just melt all these sons of guns. Thank you, appreciate it. Your life for ire. And then... what the heck is going on with this broom, by the way? Like, what's its angle? I don't really understand what it's going for. Now watch me die to it, because I'm just not realizing the sheer damage output of these sons of guns, but I can't imagine them being too much of a problem, you know, besides the harpoons kind of ruining my life. But we just start blasting the fire and flames. We carry on. Fantastic. Oh, you son of a gun. +1 pair of gloves, but minus telly is pretty much unusable. Resistance to fire is unnecessary. Oof. That's a shame. Too bad. Oh, there were artifact gloves in this one too. Oh, I didn't even look. I mean, obviously I didn't know in advance, and I probably would have picked the haste potion paired with artifact gloves, but hindsight and all of that. So if I head in here, need to go to bed after all. Yeah, actually, it's wildly late for you right now, isn't it? I want to say it's like 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. Go to bed, Captain. As much as I love having you around, and I do appreciate you hanging out with us all night, definitely don't want to keep you up too late here. But we'll try in that regard, towards that end. I'll try and do some Conjure Ball Lightning here, and I guess we'll just see what happens. It has been conjured, and it has been detonated, and everything is dead. Very, very cool. This buddy's probably completely immune, right? So I'm just gonna put out some of these bad boys. Fantastic. Holy moly. What I've already like? I do, yeah. Yeah, we got it off of this one fantastic ring we have. Otherwise, oh my gosh, can you imagine point blank Conjure Ball Lightning with no resistance? That's just asking for trouble. Oh, and more fire resistance. Oh, thanks, game. An avocado, thanks. Oof. Well, that's slightly unnecessary, but such is life, I guess. Okay, so, Minotaur. We have haste. Worst comes to worst, I can kind of haste that. Kind of assumed casting Ball Lightning would give you a reason to crash out. I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me walk into that one as well. If it had been an issue, because I would have very much deserved it if I was casting that without Arlek, but I know, in general, this is probably a good enough spot. +5 Ringmail of the Sky. It's kind of interesting. Don't really know what my overall plan was here. I don't really want to take javelins to the face. Let's maybe chill out for the briefest of moments. I'd like to haste. Get you weak to fire, especially with my best friend about to blow up here. In fact, already burning with Inner Flames. You can't double up on Inner Flame. Interesting. Oh, it's not good here? Yeah, definitely didn't seem to be doing quite as much heavy lifting as I originally was hoping. But hey, didn't need them at the end of the day here. I will take the Ringmail. I mean, the Arlek is a little redundant, but +5 Ringmail? I mean, I'll still probably be able to cast most of my stuff in that bad boy as well, so... Mega Vamp? I haven't gone the Vampire's Tooth in a long time. Has this always said Mega Vamp? because it occasionally heals its wielder for the full amount of damage dealt when it wounds a living foe. Huh. That's a fun weapon, though. I am a sucker for unran darts. +2 Robe of Willpower. Oh gosh, what can I trash here? I mean, I'm never using these minus telly gloves. Let's be a bit more honest with ourselves. That's a quick way to a sudden death for sure. Not too bad. These are trained 2 and only to level 8, you think? What is that for? Not for the Vampire's Tooth, right? Oh my gosh, Vampire's Tooth is min delay at level 8? Holy moly. That's shockingly easy to train. How about that? Yeah, attacks at 0.3 min delay like that. That's a wild weapon. Did they just straight up buff it? I feel like the Mega Vamp and how fast it attacks is all new to me, but again, couch that with the fact I have not seen that item in a long time. That definitely plays a factor here. Well, that's pretty sweet. I'll probably end up using that here. Prior to that, so we could go up 6 armor class by swapping over. Currently everything is at 0 to 1% failure. I go up to 2% failure on Conjure Ball Lightning by swapping over. Go up to 15 AC. I think I like that. It's an awesome weapon. Instant spell refill. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it in the context of Djinni. It is MP and HP all rolled up into one. Well, I think that's gotta be immediately turned on. And that will be our plan for the future. I mean, so without that Conjuration Staff, Flame Wave is no longer 100%. Conjure Ball Lightning doesn't need to be that high. It goes down 3 damage. I think that was at 3d18 with the staff. Huh. Probably worth it in the long run here. Let's see what's in this shop. And then, honestly, we're actually pretty much at the end of the evening for me here. Yeah, the staff dagger on toggle. Yeah, and we did already set it up to be A and B. A is our staff. B is the dagger. So even when they try and give me those like convenient methods for getting it done though, I'm still such a lazy son of a gun. Even like the tiniest of inconveniences is enough for me to forego an otherwise brain dead option. What I should do is actually get a friend next to me just in case we get surrounded by our guardian serpent pal. Oh my gosh, and you shortcut it again, you sons of guns. That's fine. And, ooh, unID'd scroll. So acquirement we haven't found yet. What else? Brand weapon. Do I just read this right away? If it's brand weapon, I don't plan on getting a weapon I can brand anytime soon. And it's acquirement, so that's awesome. So we get a Staff of Death. See invisible. Meh. And a Faith Amulet. Faith Amulet, int +3, dex +4. I mean, those stats are not bad, especially, you know, we have dagger and spells, so int and dex, both pretty awesome. Pretty cool stuff. But Faith, I mean, I guess I could start summoning major demons up the wazoo. I guess the main thing here is that nothing else intrigues me. Vampiric Demon Whip, I sleep. Staff of Death with See Invisible. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but I think I sleep on that. Actually, this is the run where I have a surprising amount of necromancy, but still. Let's not get too caught up in the details. And then gold, I'm not saving up for anything at the moment, so I think regardless, we take the amulet. Maybe we never use it. That's fine. But who knows? Maybe as I come in fresh eyes next week, I'll decide that summoning demons is all I want in life, and things will go from there, so we'll see. So let's just try to finish off this floor here, shall we? Oh! Oh, I said that in a cavalier way when there's no guarantee that I will make it through this floor alive. So I could agony you 87% chance to effect. Seems sick. And then Flame Wave is 2d18, Scorch is 2d9. I might agony once again, and then blast it with some Flame Waves. Well, that was my first time ever using agony, I'm pretty sure. So that was cool. Definitely came in handy. Agony's good here, no kidding. Yeah, that did the trick quite fantastically, really, at the end of the day. Then I'm gonna set up a nice trail here for my new friend. Welcome, welcome. Oh. Now I'm gonna have to walk into my own trap, but such is life sometimes, not the end of the world. And you have a reflection shield on you, don't you? You do. Thank you. I'll take that. In fact, shields, please. Training, if you could be so kind. And then let's hopefully finish off the rest of this floor now, for real. Sure, I'll ID something. To it, Ogre shouts in stereo. I'd love that message so much. There we go. Okay. So first and foremost, get you out there, friend. Then, come one, come all. See the show tonight. Beautiful. Even a hasted two-headed ogre. Oops, kind of stepped in the wrong direction there. My bad. Let's reset that son of a gun real quick. Man, I love blast motes. Such good, silly fun. But there we go. We can get some nice clouds of flame. And you know what? Bit of close quarters electricity damage. Never hurt nobody except those who we wish to die. So, love to see it. +3 leather armor. Ooh, good resistances. Int +4. Kind of trashed here, all things considered. I don't think we're really looking to buy it, but cool armor. I still can appreciate the neato factor, as the cool kids call it. Resist fire, strength and int. I can probably let that ring hit the deck for now, even though there's... Actually, I was about to say there's probably more garbage that I'm just holding on to for no reason. Well, Torinski, it's your lucky day because you also get an opportunity to throw out that. Wow. Troll leather armor. I do love the regen, but maybe it's time to say sayonara to that bad boy. And any day now, we'll finish up this floor. A Berserk Tengu. What the heck are you doing with your lives? Doesn't seem like the best approach for a squishy bird. I mean, hollow bones and all. Probably don't want to put yourself into an unfazable, unfeasible rage. Maybe that's just me, though. Let me know if I'm talking about things that I know nothing about, in which case, totally fair. I am not a bird person. Even though I always kind of dreamed that I was as a young child. I was always very light for my age, and I really enjoyed climbing. And I think it was largely came from a book I read. Oh, I want to say it's a book that was by Kenneth Opel. It was about like a Zeppelin, like an airship crew. And they find a like pseudo-fantastical island. But the main character's whole deal is that they, everyone says they have hollow bones and they're able to do some incredible things there. And I took that to heart as a child. I thought that was so cool, not thinking about the impracticality of if you had hollow bones as a human and how rough that would be. But there we go. We finish exploring this level here, and with that, I think we do finish up for the evening. So yeah, pretty fantastic end to the day. We had a rough go at it, to say the least. Lots and lots. Or as they say, so much death. But all so that we could come to this Ifrit here with the vampire tooth, a pretty decent kit coming out of it. I mean, just getting Conjure Ball Lightning is huge. Hopefully I can get some solid like level 7, 8, and 9 spells to round this out here and bring me to a good point. I guess next level we'll get to know that. But yeah, super fun run. Very much enjoyed it. Of course, part of that enjoyment comes from hanging out with all of you lovely folks, so I do appreciate that. You know, if you're chatting alongside us here, if you're lurking in the background, or hey, if you're watching this later down the road through the VODs or YouTube, then thank you to all of you lovely folks for joining us on our journey. Thanks, Captain, for joining us today. It was lovely chatting with you, friend. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night, what little remains of it, and a wonderful morning that I guess, again, is kind of already started, but, you know, besides that. Thank you for joining us here. To all of you, of course, we'll do a quick check to see who's live at the moment. Last week was Father's Day, so everyone was seemingly busy with personal life stuff, but maybe, just maybe, today we'll have some folks around that we can say hello to. Keep pass it on. It does look like, oh, hey, Wizard is back. Hopefully Wizard's internet is recovered from, I think that was a few weeks ago now, if I remember correctly. Regardless, definitely stick around, say hello, except you, Captain Bug. As much as I would love for you to meet Wizard if you haven't already, go to bed. Of course, do whatever is best for you. I'm a night owl myself for sure, so I'm a sucker for staying up way later than I should. I think I was up until a similar time last night, actually, now that I think about it. Though awake is a bit of a generous way to phrase it, seeing as how I was probably actually passed out in that chair right back there for at least an hour of it. I don't know. Runs in the family. Grew up watching my dad fall asleep on the couch, and so me, just like my pop before me, do in fact fall asleep on the couch. But yeah, regardless, stick around, say hello. Need to retrace my thoughts. Where did I offshoot onto this tangent from? But thank you again for hanging out with us, folks. Always have a great time. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do, of course. And yeah, we will see you next week when we jump back in with Ifrit and maybe, just maybe, finally get a victory. It feels like it's been too long. So if I play smart, maybe a little optimistic, a little ambitious, if I play and don't do anything too horrendous, maybe, just maybe, we'll make it out of it in one piece. But we'll have to see next week, of course. We'll actually get this raid started here, so I don't just keep rambling incessantly for the rest of, time itself, as I'm always tempted to do. And yeah, thank you again to all of you fantastic individuals, and we'll see you next week. I'm trying to think if there's anything important else to sign off on, but probably just my inability to effectually say goodbye kicking in, of course, as usual. So regardless of all that, I do, of course, hope that you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there. And I definitely hope to see you again soon. Just remember, folks, we never, even for a moment, didn't have it. I'll see you.